Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you're a diehard 49ers supporter, you know how critical this offseason is shaping up to be. The team has always been known for its unique blend of high-power defense, tough defense, and a culture of resilience that dates back decades. But as we stand here in 2023, there's a clear sense that the 49ers are entering a pivotal moment, one that could define their future for years to come. And it all starts with one key issue, the wide receiver position. You see, the 49ers, like many teams in the NFL, are heavily reliant on their pass catchers to push the offense forward, especially in today's league where passing is king. But right now, the depth chart at wide receiver is a bit precarious. Deebo Samuel, who has been such a versatile weapon in San Francisco, is now with the Washington Commanders, leaving a significant void for the team. Samuel's unique skill set, blending explosive speed with physicality and yards after catch, made him a nightmare for defenses and a favorite target for quarterback Brock Purdy. His departure leaves a sizable hole that the 49ers will need to fill, and that's no small task. Then there's Brandon Ayuk, who has been on the rise, but as we all know, he's currently recovering from a torn ACL and MCL. That's a tough injury, and it's going to take some time for him to get back to full speed. When Ayuk is healthy, he's a dynamic receiver, combining speed, route running, and the ability to stretch the field. But with his current injury status, the team can't fully count on him at the start of the season. And let's not forget about Demarcus Robinson. He's likely to face a suspension for a few games after an arrest for DUI, which complicates things even further. Robinson has some experience and has flashed potential in the past, but he's not a proven number one or even a reliable number two at this stage of his career. So, what does this mean for the 49ers? Well, it means they need to be aggressive in the market, especially since they have one of the best assets in the league right now, plenty of salary cap space. The 49ers are sitting comfortably with the third most cap space in the NFL, which gives them a real advantage to go out and target veteran wide receivers who can step in immediately and make an impact. And that's exactly what Bleacher Report's Moe Matan suggests, signing veteran receiver Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, at 33 years old, might be considered a bit of a veteran, but make no mistake, he's still one of the most reliable and consistent receivers in the league. Throughout his career, Allen has been known for his precise route running, fantastic hands, and ability to find the end zone when it matters most. His career catch rate hovers around 68.1%, which is impressive, and he's recorded 9 of his last 14 touchdowns with receptions within 16 yards of the end zone. That kind of red zone production is exactly what the 49ers need right now. Imagine a receiving core with Brandon Ayuk returning to full health, Jauan Jennings continuing to be a tough, reliable target, Ricky Pearsall emerging as a promising young talent, and Allen providing that veteran presence and security blanket for Brock Purdy. It could be a dream scenario for San Francisco. But here's the thing, while Allen is still a good receiver, gaining 249 yards in 2023, he's primarily a possession receiver who excels in those short to intermediate routes. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but the 49ers already have a player like that in Jauan Jennings, who is known for his physicality and yards after catch. The challenge is creating a complementary receiving duo that can stretch the field and keep defenses honest. And that's where some fans and analysts suggest looking further, like signing Amari Cooper instead. Cooper, with his explosive speed and ability to make big plays down the field, could add that needed vertical threat to San Francisco's offense. He's a proven playmaker with multiple 0-yard seasons under his belt, and his route running and catching ability make him a perfect fit for the 49ers' offensive system. The team has shown willingness to make bold moves in recent years, and landing a player like Cooper could be the move that catapults them to the next level. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The 49ers offense is already one of the most potent in the league, especially with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. McCaffrey, who has been phenomenal since arriving in San Francisco, continues to be the engine that drives this attack. His versatility as a runner and receiver makes him a nightmare for defenses, but as he gets older, the team will need to diversify their offensive weapons even more to keep him fresh and effective. That's why adding a reliable veteran receiver is so crucial, someone who can step up and take some pressure off McCaffrey and Purdy. Speaking of Purdy, the young quarterback has shown incredible promise in his first full season as a starter, leading the 49ers to a deep playoff run and demonstrating poise, accuracy, and leadership. But as we all know, in the NFL, the quarterback's success is heavily dependent on the supporting cast around him. The 49ers have been fortunate to have a solid offensive line and a versatile running game, but the wide receiver position has been a bit of a question mark. With the departures and injuries, it's clear that the team needs to bring in someone who can reliably catch the ball in tight spots and make those yards after the catch that the 49ers have become famous for. And let's not forget the history of the 49ers and their approach to building a championship-caliber team. They've always valued smart, tough, and dependable players, both on offense and defense. The front office has been proactive in recent years, making shrewd moves in free agency and the draft. But this offseason, it's about taking that next step, adding the missing pieces to make the roster even more formidable. The wide receiver position is a perfect example of that. In terms of the draft, the 49ers might also be looking at young receivers who can develop into starters down the line. But given the immediate needs, veteran signings are more likely to be the priority. The NFL is a league of quick fixes and strategic moves, and there's no doubt that the front office is aware of this. They know that Brock Purdy, as promising as he is, needs reliable targets to truly maximize his potential. And with the NFC West becoming more competitive, teams like the Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals all making moves, San Francisco cannot afford to sit back and hope for the best. They need to act now. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's look at the bigger picture of the NFC West this season. The division has become more unpredictable than ever. The Seahawks, led by Geno Smith, proved last year that they could compete with a solid team and a developing young core. The Rams, despite their injuries and roster overhaul, still have Matthew Stafford and a talented roster that can surprise anyone on any given Sunday. The Cardinals, well, they're in a sort of rebuilding phase, but don't count them out entirely. They have some talented players and a new coaching staff eager to make their mark. But the 49ers, with their strong defense, innovative coaching, and talented offensive core, are still considered the team to beat, if they can get their receiver core sorted out. And that's exactly why these potential moves in free agency are so critical. They could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. Because, let's face it, in the NFL, having the right personnel at the right time can make all the difference. It's about maximizing your roster, exploiting matchups, and keeping defenses guessing. And speaking of defense, the 49ers are still one of the top units in the league. Led by Nick Bosa, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and a secondary that's been solid for years, the defense remains a cornerstone of their success. But as always, it's the offense that's been the question mark, particularly in the passing game. That's why the focus on wide receivers this offseason is so important. They need playmakers, not just possession guys, but guys who can threaten defenses vertically and create big plays. Looking ahead, the 49ers are in a good spot. They have the cap space, the draft assets, and a culture that breeds success. But the window is closing for some of their veteran players, and the clock is ticking for Brock Purdy to establish himself as a franchise quarterback. Bringing in the right wide receiver could be the move that solidifies this team's championship ambitions. The front office has shown that they're willing to be aggressive, and they know that in a loaded NFC, every advantage counts. So as fans, we keep our eyes on these developments. It's an exciting time because the possibilities are endless. Will they sign a veteran like Keenan Allen, or will they go for the explosive playmaking of someone like Amari Cooper? Either way, it's clear that the 49ers are not planning to sit back and wait for things to happen. They're actively shaping this team for another Super Bowl push, and that's what makes following this team so thrilling. We're in an era where every move counts, and the decisions made in the next few weeks could define the franchise's direction for the next few seasons. The NFC West is heating up, and the 49ers are right in the thick of it, ready to make their move. And as always, the passion of the 49ers faithful will be the backbone of this journey. We've seen this team overcome adversity before, and I have no doubt they'll do it again. So stay tuned, stay excited, and keep supporting your team because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all this? Do you think the team will make a splash in free agency? Are you excited about the potential signing of a veteran receiver? Or do you believe the team should focus on the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion truly matters to us and to the 49ers community as a whole. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, analysis, and insights. So stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. The upcoming season promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with your support, we'll be here every step of the way, breaking down every move, every game, and every highlight. Thanks for being part of this incredible journey, and as always, go Niners!